Hey everyone, good to be back. One of the coaches of UNGER Academy here, and welcome back to our discussion on the strategies of our portfolio that have performed the best in the last week. As always, before we begin, I invite you to please subscribe to our channel, leave us a like, and click on the notification bell to stay updated on the release of all our new videos. Really means so much to us, so thank you so much for that. Hi, we are the UNGER Academy, and we teach traders how to make money in the markets. Our founder, Andrea Unger, had been struggling with trading for years until he developed his automated trading method, which he used to become the only 4-time world trading champion. Subscribe to our channel for free tips and tricks. Now, in this first video of the new year, 2022, dedicated to the analysis of our portfolio strategies, we're going to be talking about a market that gave us great satisfaction in 2021, and more in detail about 2 strategies that performed very well. Actually, they were the top strategies of the year for this market. Both of them share an underlying bias logic. So instead of trying to enter on breakouts or take bounces, for example, we simply enter at certain hours of the session. So let's start with the first strategy. It is a breakout strategy on hourly bars that exploits the bias that characterizes the gold session. In fact, during the first part of the session, this market has a tendency to go down, while in the second part of the session, it tends to rebound and recover lost ground. This strategy is based on a 60-minute time frame, so it uses hourly bars and is a bit more complex. As for the long positions, they are opened when there is a break of the previous bar within a predefined time frame. This time frame runs from the 16th bar to the 17th bar. So if between these 2 bars there is a breakout of the previous bar, then we'll open a long position. The opposite is true for the short position. Since we're entering in the night hours, because the time frame starts from the 6th bar and lasts for 3 hours, it will be harder to validate the breakout because there are generally no major movements during the night hours that give clearer indications. Consequently, instead of waiting for the breakout of the previous bar, as was the case for the long position, we wait for the breakout of a channel made up of the last 4 bars. Now, this strategy worked great in the past year. I note that the equity curve of the long trades lost, while the equity curve of the short trades performed very well overall, especially considering that the buy and hold was somewhat negative in 2021. So this strategy, and more in particular the short side of the strategy, was able to take advantage of these movements. Let's also take a look at the annual performance report. In 2021, there were 86 trades that generated a profit of about $15,000 net of commissions and slippage. So here's the question, why don't you give it a try? Also remember that in one of our next videos, we're going to show you how to build a breakout strategy for gold on hourly bars. So don't miss the next couple of videos, which is why you need to subscribe. Let's move on to the next strategy, which is similar and based on the same underlying concept, the bias existing on this market, which provides a rise in prices in the second part of the session and a decline in the first part of the session. Now, unlike the first strategy, this system enters much more often, so no breakouts are needed, no confirmation of the underlying bias of the gold market. So it simply enters long positions if the market is not excessively down and vice versa. It enters short positions only if the market is not excessively up. In this case, we rely on tested rules, which means that we go long at 10 a.m. Now, please remember that we always refer to exchange hours. So since we're trading the gold future, the exchange time corresponds to New York time. As for short trades, we open them at 2 a.m. exchange time again. So we close the long trades 5 minutes before the short entries, thus at 1:55 a.m., and then close the short positions at 9:55 a.m., thus 5 minutes before going long. As you can see, this strategy is really simple, and entries occur only at specific times of the day. As I've already told you, it made more trades than the previous strategy. I mean, we have a total of 143 trades in 1 year. It's quite a lot, you know. Anyway, it succeeded in making really good profits. In 2020, it went through a tougher period. It limped a little bit, but in 2021, it recovered very well. So guys, I really suggest that you try it as well. Now, here's the equity line of the strategy. And as you can see, it reached an equity peak, and now it works pretty well and exploits a bias that has been present in this market for some time now. So go and give it a try. Try both the breakout strategy on hourly bars and the simple buyer strategy that uses the times of day as entry conditions. And please, hey, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And be sure to leave us a like and click on that notification bell and subscribe to our channel. Also, in the description of this video, you'll find a link that'll take you to a webinar by the 4-time world trading champion Andrea Unger, who will explain step by step how you can become successful with trading systems. Well, thank you so much for having watched this video to the end. We really do hope it's helped you, and best wishes for a very happy new year. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.